Hi there, I'm Dr. Melanie McNally with Destination U, and today I am going to talk about our line anxious brain. So if you're a client of mine, you often hear me say, don't believe your brain when you are in a heightened state of anxiety. The reason why I say that is because when we're anxious, our brain lies to us, or it doesn't fully represent information. So it's only honing in on the details or the information that supports the fear or that supports the anxiety-based thoughts. So for example, if I am anxious about passing the 10th grade and I start thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to move on to the 11th grade. I'm going to get held back. This is going to be awful. I'm going to be so embarrassed. My anxious brain is only going to look for data points that support my not passing the 10th grade. So I'm going to focus in on every bad grade I've received, any negative feedback I've gotten from teachers, any comments that my parents have made or friends have made. I'm only going to focus in on the data points that support my anxiety. In contrast, when somebody isn't anxious, they're able to dispute that evidence. They're able to look for other information to dispute this anxiety. So for someone who's not anxious, they might have the thought, what if I don't pass the 10th grade? But then they're able to say, that's silly. I'm getting mostly good grades. It's just this one class I'm struggling in. They don't hold you back an entire grade because you don't do well in one class. I still have the rest of the semester. I can always work with a tutor, go to the Student Resource Center for some extra help. My parents have never said anything about me not passing. Teachers would have said something if I was on the radar of not being able to go on to the 11th grade. They're going to be able to come up with all of this extra evidence to dispute this anxiety-provoking thought. That's the difference. When we are dealing with an anxiety, if we have an anxious brain and we are in a heightened state of anxiety, our brain is going to misrepresent information and it's going to only focus in on the details that support the anxiety-based thought. If we have anxiety, but we don't have a heightened state of anxiety, then if we're just dealing with some anxious thoughts, but we don't have heightened anxiety, then we're able to dispute those thoughts really well. We're able to figure out some things, some strategies and some tools. We're able to problem solve. So what to do? The first thing is we have to recognize when we're in a heightened state of anxiety. That's key. Because if we recognize, oh my gosh, I'm really anxious right now, then I know my anxious brain is lying to me. I know that it's only focusing in on details that support the anxiety-based thoughts. So having that self-awareness is the first step. Once I know I'm in a very heightened state of anxiety, then I can tell myself, okay, you know what? I can't trust what I'm thinking right now. I'm really anxious. I need to do something to calm myself down. I need to do something to regulate my nervous system a little bit. And then I'll be able to think a little bit more clearly. Maybe I can focus on some solutions later. But right now, while I'm anxious, I need to focus on just bringing my anxiety down a little bit. So then that might mean using a coping tool of some sort. Maybe I'm going to do some yoga, or I'm going to use the Headspace app to do some meditation. Or maybe I'm gonna go watch an episode of The Office and laugh for a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna FaceTime with a friend, or I'm gonna go bake some cookies. I'm gonna do something that's going to regulate my nervous system. It's gonna calm me down a little bit. Now, once I've lowered my anxiety, I can think about the situation again. And I can think about, okay, what if I don't pass the 10th grade? Now I'm in a better place to dispute that thought, that fear, and also to do some problem solving, because maybe I am in a bad situation. Maybe I'm not doing so well, but I can say, okay, well, what can I do about the situation? Do I need to reach out to my counselor? Do I need to talk to my parents? Do I need some tutoring? But now I'm in a mindset where I can be productive and I can use that anxiety to help motivate me and push me forward. So when we're in that heightened state of anxiety, we have to remember, I can't believe everything I'm thinking right now. I need to focus on calming myself down first. Once I've calmed myself down, now I can think about the situation again, and I'm in a much better spot to problem solve, or maybe even let it go, because maybe I think about it and I realize, oh, that's so silly. I'm totally not gonna not pass the 10th grade. What was I thinking before? Let it go, move on to something else. All right, I hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you next time.